Hi, I welcome you to the world of Prezi presentation. I would like to quickly introduce the concept of Prezi to you here. Most of us are already familiar with Microsoft PowerPoint, but Prezi is very, very different from Microsoft PowerPoint. This is a presentation I have created, and I would like to show you how it works. Right in the middle, we have something called a canvas. So my entire presentation is contained within the canvas, which is very, very unlike Microsoft PowerPoint. So you should know that first. And then within this canvas, I would be traversing between some of these items. Okay, so let's start the presentation. So I click on the blue button at the top there and then preview. Okay, so this is the canvas. I click on the right arrow button, and then I'm now going to zoom in on idealized influence. Watch. Okay, now idealized influence of transformational leadership. Okay, next, there and back, there. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to the main canvas. So this time I'm going to zoom in on intellectual stimulation. Okay, next, next, next. Okay, I'm back to the main canvas or the canvas overview. Now I'm going to zoom in on individualized consideration. So that is individualized consideration for you. One more zooming in. Okay. Now I go back to the main canvas. Lastly, inspirational motivation. Okay, that inspirational motivation for you. I zoom in one more time. Okay, so next I zoom out again, back to the main canvas. Lastly, I'm going to zoom in on the 4 I's of transformational leadership. So watch. Okay, that is the end of my presentation. And if you go through the entire course content, you will learn to make this presentation that I have shown you just now. And I wish you the very best of luck.
In this video, I am going to show you how to open up the Prezi website, and then we will explore the different pricing options available for all of us, especially the educational options, and then log into or create an account using our IS email account, and then avail of the free basic educational account. I am now going to look for Prezi website using Google, of course, and then I click on the first available link. This takes me to the Prezi website, and then I click on the education link found at the top of the screen. This will take me to the different pricing schemes available. So here, these are the different pricing schemes, and I'm going to click on the Students and Educators tab. Now, these are the different choices available, but I'm going to choose basic, just the basics. So click on the Continue button. Okay, you will have to sign up using your IS email account. So, Continue. I'm going to save my password. You may choose not to, but I'm going to save my password. Okay, so this is the Prezi website. Now I am going to move down the screen and then click on Skip and go to my dashboard. Okay, this is my personalized dashboard for my Prezi account. So I want you to look at the left-hand side corner of the screen. Prezi now have Prezi Video, Prezi Design, and Prezi Present. What I am interested in is Prezi Present. So I'm going to click on that. Before we continue, I would just like to let you know that this Prezi is different from the previous version of Prezi, which was Prezi Classic. This is called Prezi Next. Okay, let's continue. I am not going to use any ready-made design template. I am going to click on Start from Scratch, meaning I'm going to use blank template. This is going to take a few seconds, and now I have my very first Prezi Next project. And on the left-hand side, I have the left-hand side panel, and in the middle, I have the canvas. It is called a canvas. It is not called a slide. So, and on the right-hand side, I have the right-hand side panel. We will be learning more about them in our subsequent lessons or in our subsequent videos. I'm going to remove some of these items on the slide since I want it to be completely empty. So on the left hand side, I will right click on this one right here and then delete. So now I have a completely blank template. I'm also going to rename this project. So at the top left hand side corner of the screen, I have a space for naming the project, and I click on that and then I type Transformational Leadership and then press the OK button. Remember, it is saved in the cloud and not on your local machine. Let me quickly give you a rundown of what we will learn. I will show you how to add background picture to the canvas, and next I will show you how to change background picture, and then also how to resize the background picture, and ultimately how to upload your own image. I am now going to log back into my Prezi account, and I have now successfully logged in. I have to identify my previous project, that is a transformational leadership project, and here it is. I click on the 3-dot vertical icon and then choose Edit. This will open up my project. It's going to take a while. Wait for a few seconds, and then here my project, Transformational Leadership, and I am now ready to work. Since I am not using any ready-made template for this project, I am now going to try and make it more attractive. I'm going to add a background to this slide or to this canvas. I can right click on this empty canvas and then click on the change background. It will invoke the right hand side panel, and you can see that there are a number of free, beautiful, high quality images. I'm going to close it. I'm going to show you another way to invoke this right hand side panel. I click on style icon at the top, and then I choose background, or I go to background and then click on the 3-dot horizontal icon. This will again invoke or open up the right hand side panel. Now I am going to choose this image right here. I will just click on it. It will load automatically. Watch. Okay. It's going to take a little time for it to be fully loaded, and then I am just going to move down and look for more images. But see, you can see that some of them are to be paid for. They are not free, so I don't have a lot of choices here since I'm using the free basic version. And let me choose this one right here. I'm going to just click on it. It's going to replace the existing background. So there. Now it's going to take a little time again for the entire the image to be loaded to the canvas. Okay, now it's loaded. And if I want to get the original blank white background, I click on the Revert to Original button at the bottom of the right hand side panel. This will give me back my original white background. I am again going to choose this picture as the background, and then it's going to take a few seconds to be loaded. I want you to have a look at the bottom of the right hand side panel and look at this over here. This shows us 3 different choices of the size for the size of our canvas. So in this case, it is 4 by 3. And let's have a look at how it is going to look like if I choose it to be 4 by 3. So I'm going to preview that and choose preview. Now this is how it's going to look like, or my canvas or my slide is going to look like when I set it to be 4 by 3. So I go back to edit, and then I'm going to change it to 16 by 9. Look at it. Now it is slightly elongated. That means it's more rectangular in size, in shape, and I am again going to preview these. So preview. Now it's longer, more rectangular in shape. This time I'm going to change it to, or I'm going to put it off, meaning I'm not going to make any choices. So I'm going to click on off. Now it's going to choose the entire canvas. Okay, so that's how it's going to look like, and preview that. This time the canvas is filling up the entire screen, more or less. So that is how, when you put off the aspect ratio, that is how you're going to have your slide, or your slide will look like this, or your canvas will look like this. Okay, and for this project I think I am going to choose 16 by 9. And to make it even better, I should say, I'm going to choose Fit Image to Overview. Check it out. Now that's better. So, since there's a very limited choice with the free images given to us, I am going to upload my own image. So, to do that, I click on Upload Image button and then choose Upload from Computer, and I identify the image that I want to upload, and here it is. Click on it, and then yes, it's uploading. It will take a few seconds for it to be uploaded. Wait for a while, and now the image is fully loaded, and we are now ready to work on our slide.
This is a list of what you will learn. Before I start adding text to this presentation, let me quickly remove this presentation title and the subtitle. So I right click on it and then I choose delete. I do the same for the subtitle. So now my presentation canvas is completely empty. I am now ready to add text. So I click on the insert at the top right at the top of the screen, and then I choose text. So immediately a text box appears on the screen or on the canvas, and then I can start typing. So I type the 4 I's of transformational leadership, and I want to resize the text box, so I hover the cursor over the handle, one of the handles on the text box. So I do that, and then I hold on to the mouse, or I click on it and then hold on to the mouse and then drag it. So that's how I would resize the text box. So I do that. Now I want to take the text box right to the top left hand side, so I am going to hover the cursor over the text box anywhere along the box. You will immediately see a change in the cursor, so that's when you know you are ready. So click on the mouse and then hold on to the mouse and then drag it to wherever you want it to be, this time to the top left hand side corner of the screen. Let me change the font style and the size, so I click on the font link at the top, and then I am going to choose Comica Title as my font of choice, and then let me quickly also change the color of the text, so I click on the font color or the text color icon at the top, and then I choose white. Next, I'm going to change the font size, so I click on that A+ icon found right at the top, and then I just keep clicking until I decide that that's the size I want it to be. Again, I hover the cursor over one of the handles on the text box. Then when the cursor changes its shape, I hold on to the mouse and then drag it to the right. So that's how I will resize the text box. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Now that I am done with the title for my presentation, I am now going to add the topics for my presentation. So the first one would be called Idealized Influence. Let me quickly add the topic, Idealized Influence. I have already shown you how to insert text, so I don't have to explain it again. So I choose KG Empire of Dirt as font, and then make it white, increase the font, and I think that is perfect for now. What you see here is a canvas that will contain my entire presentation, or simply put, an overview of my presentation. That is what differentiates Prezi from PowerPoint. Now I'm going to place an object on the canvas to represent my topic called Idealize Influence. So I click on the green button and I'm given two choices. For now, I'm going to choose Planet Topic. Now look at that. An object is placed on the canvas to represent my topic called Idealized Influence. And it is called Planet because it is round in shape. That's about it. I will also come back to the object placed on the left-hand side in a while. So for now, I will resize the planet topic. I hover the cursor on one of the sides. Now the cursor takes on a different shape. Left-click the mouse, hold on to it, then drag it inward or outward, whichever direction. So next, I hover the cursor over the object itself. Now it changes its shape, then left click, and then I drag it to wherever I want it to be. Let us look at the left-hand side panel. I am just going to call these as objects and not slides because unlike PowerPoint, they are not called slides. The first object has number 1 on it, and the other has number 2 and number 3, and let us see what it means. Okay, before I do anything else, let me go back to the canvas. I click on the topic object and I click on zoom in and see what happens. Watch. I have just zoomed in on idealized influence topic. Look at the left-hand side panel. Number 2 object have been highlighted. I know it is highlighted because of the blue band around it. Okay, now we are in object number 2. Next, what is object number 3? The description says it is going to take me back to the parent object, or the first object that contains the canvas overview. Now I'm going to click on it. Yes, I am back to the overview or the first object. So what you have witnessed just now is called path, P-A-T-H, within the canvas. So I have path number 1, path number 2, and path number 3. We now have a basic working Prezi presentation, and I am going to preview it. So I click on the first object, the overview object. I can see the blue glow around it. That's very important. And then I click on the blue button at the top right hand side corner of the screen and then choose preview. Okay, let us preview it. Click on that small arrow at the bottom. Now, this is step number 1, which is the canvas overview. Now, click on the arrow and it goes to step number 2. That means it zooms into the topic object like I have shown earlier before. And next, it goes to step number 3, which zooms out, or it takes me back to the canvas overview. So that is how it works. Once I am done with that, I click on back to edit and I am back to the editing mode. Let me quickly beautify this planet topic object. I select the planet topic. I click on the text. It gets highlighted and then press the delete button. The text is gone. So it's better now, right? Next, I will create border around this topic object. I go to the top of the screen, choose border thickness icon, just keep pressing the plus to increase the border. I think this thickness is good enough. Next, I want to make the border color white. Oh, okay, the inside of the object becomes white instead. So I will click on the undo button. I think this one over here is the border color. Click on that. Choose white. Okay, that looks better at least to me. And then what do I do next? Okay, I'm going to change the color of the item. So I choose. I click on the fill color icon at the top, and then choose that blue one over there, and it's way too dark for my liking, so I'm going to reduce the opacity. You can do the same. So this much opacity is quite good enough. That looks better. So now I'm going to realign the idealized influence with that of the item so that I know that this item here is for idealized influence. So yeah, that looks better. So now my Prezi presentation is really becoming Beautiful. And let us again preview the slide. And to do that, again, I will click on overview icon on the left hand side panel and click on it, and it becomes again blue glowing around that, and then I preview that now. Okay, so this is step number 1, and then next step number 2, that is it zooms into the topic item, and then step number 3, it will go back to the overview. So now my slide or my presentation is taking shape. I am now going to insert another topic, and it is called intellectual stimulation. And since I already have a text here on the canvas, I'm going to copy paste it. So I select idealize influence and then hold on to Ctrl+C key on the keyboard, and then again press Ctrl+C to paste it on the canvas. Edit it to make it into intellectual stimulation. So once done with that, I am now going to represent this topic using another item called stack topic. So again, I click on the green button and then I choose stack topic this time. So it is going to be slightly different than planet topic. We will see that. Okay, click on the stack topic and then it is again placed on the canvas over the cursor over it, and then the cursor changes its shape, and then click on the mouse and then drag it to wherever you want it to be. So I'm going to do that, and then also reshape it a little, hover the cursor again over one of the edges, and then hold on to the mouse and then drag inwards or outwards to reshape the object. So do that. Now I think this looks good. And also I want to remove the text, topic text. So I click on that and then press the delete key. That will remove the topic text. So that looks good now. Remember that idealized influence topic was created using planet topic, and intellectual stimulation topic was created using stack topic. Let's see the difference. So I click on idealized influence and then click on zoom. I zoom in on idealized influence. So this is how it looks, the design. Okay, it just looks like a planet, round. So I zoom out again and then I click on intellectual stimulation topic. I zoom in, and this is how the design looks. So there's a slight difference between planet topic and stack topic. Stack topic is like just rectangular in shape, and the planet topic was round in shape. So those are the differences between planet topic and stack topic. Look to the left hand side panel. The first object is 1, and the second object is 2, 3, and the third object is 4, 5. And let us traverse through these objects one more time. So I am going to click on the first object and it gets highlighted. You can see the glow, and then I move on to the next one. That's second. That means it zooms in, and then the next is number 3 is back to parent. I click on it, and then I come back to the the canvas overview. Next, I click on 4-5. It zooms in on the stack topic, and then I click the next one, that is 5. It takes me back to the canvas overview. So that's the traversal, the path that my presentation will take. Let us quickly preview our presentation. It's taking shape. Let us quickly preview it. So in order to do that, I will click on the overview item that is right at the top on the left hand side panel, and you can see the blue band on it, and then choose preview. Now that is the overview. Path number 1, number 2, it's going to zoom in on idealized influence, that is path number 2. And next, path number 3 is going to come back to the overview, the canvas. Okay. Next, path number 4, intellectual stimulation. It's going to zoom in on intellectual stimulation. Okay. Next, path number 5, the canvas overview. Okay. All good. Back to editing mode. Before I close, I'm going to take a little time to beautify intellectual stimulation item. So I'm going to create the border just like I did before. Click on the border thickness icon and then keep pressing the plus button. Adjust it according to your liking and then change the color to white, of course. And now change the color of the item, so fill color, and then choose the green. It's a little too bright for me, so I'm going to reduce the opacity. Now I think that looks good. Okay, now I'm going to join the two, that is idealized influence item and intellectual stimulation item or topics, the two topics. Okay, so I'm going to click on style presets. No, I'm going to click on insert and then arrow and line. So now that invokes the right hand side panel. Click on the white line. Okay, so place it in between the two topics. So that's about it. Our presentation is taking shape and looking good too. I am now going to add a topic called individualized consideration, and it is one of the 4 I's of transformational leadership. And this time I'm not going to use planet topic, nor am I going to use stack topic. I am going to use story blocks. So let us start. I click on the insert button found at the top, and then I choose story blocks. And then the right hand side panel opens up. I'm given a number of choices, categories of choices for my topic. So in this case, let's say, for example, I choose goals. I click on that, and then I'm given a number of different choices of designs. Let's say I choose this one over here. Now that topic is placed on the canvas. Let's see how it looks. I click or I zoom in on the topic, and this is the design I get. That's nice. Okay, so I go back to the overview canvas, and I'm going to remove it. I don't want that. And let's go back, and let's see. I'm going to choose the new category. So I click on that, and then I move down. There are many choices here, a number of choices, and I choose traffic light. I click on that, and then Now the item is placed on the canvas. So I think this looks nice. I like it. And let's zoom in on that. Oh, that's nice. So I think I will keep this. I go back to the canvas overview, and yes. Now I'm going to change the color because I want it to be a little different from the previous ones. So I click on fill color, and then I'm going to choose that color over there, and that looks good. Maybe reduce the opacity a little. Okay, that is acceptable. I want to place the connector, the white colored connector, just like I did before, and I click on it or right click on it and then choose copy. Then I tried pasting, but looks like it's not working, so I will have to use the keyboard. So I press the Control plus V keyboard. So now it's working. Then I'm going to place it, connect intellectual stimulation with the new item. Next, I'm going to copy intellectual stimulation text. So I click on it and then press Control C or Control plus C on the keyboard, and then Control plus V to paste it. So before I even rename that intellectual stimulation to individualized consideration, let me quickly rearrange the items or the topics once again. So wait for a little while. So okay, so I rename intellectual stimulation to individualized consideration. Okay, I think that looks good. I am now going to place the last of the 4 I's of transformational leadership, and that is inspirational motivation. So I click on Insert, choose Storyblocks, and then choose Info category, and then I'm going to choose this one right here. Remove the text, zoom in to check the design. I like it, so I will keep that. And then I am going to change the color, the fill color, so I make it red. Okay, that looks good. Now I am going to copy the white connector. So click on that and then Control C, Control V to paste it. I'm going to copy the text next. Click on individualized consideration and then Control C, Control V. Now change it to inspirational motivation. And that's it. Looks beautiful. Now that we have all 4 topics of transformational leadership placed on the overview canvas, we are now ready to add subtopics. So I am going to zoom in on idealized influence. I want you to have a close eye on the green button at the top left-hand side, and then I'm going to do that. Now I zoom in, the topic will change to subtopic, the green button. Okay, now the green button now have subtopic. That means I'm ready to add a subtopic, so I click on it. Now a subtopic is added. This is a planet topic, planet topic have subtopics that orbit the main idea. So they are orbiting around the main idea. That's why the name planet topic. That is how it is different from stack topic. So I am going to change the color to this red, but reduce the opacity. I think that looks good now. And I'm going to quickly enter the main idea for idealized influence. Wait for a few seconds. Okay, I think that looks good now. Now back to the subtopic for idealized influence. I'm going to change the subtopic title to respected by team leader, and I zoom in. Now I enter the main idea for this subtopic. Wait for a few seconds again, please. And here it is. Now, okay. I am going to add another subtopic for idealized influence. Click on the green button. Subtopic. A new subtopic is placed. Change the color to this color here, yes. And then enter the title, clear vision, zoom in, and then enter the details for this subtopic. So it will take a few seconds again. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. Now I am back at the Canvas overview. I am going to quickly revise or go through the traversal of my presentation for idealized influence. So look to the left-hand side panel. At the top, you have 1. So that is the Canvas overview. And next is idealized influence. It is from 2 to 7. So let us start. I zoom in on idealized influence. So it's going to be number 2. Okay, now we're in number 2. And then I will go to respected by team. That will be 3 and 4. So 3, I click on 4, that will take me back to parent. Parent, okay. Now I am going to clear vision, okay. That is 5, and then 6 back to parent, and then 7, that will take me back to the entire canvas overview. So, okay, so that is 2 to 7. I hope it makes sense. This time I'm going to show you how to add a subtopic to a topic that was created using stack topic. So I'm going to zoom in on intellectual stimulation, and okay, so this is how stack topic differs from planet topic, and that is stack topic is just rectangular in shape. Okay, and I'm going to add a subtopic, and I click on the green button. Instead of subtopic, it says page. So it is just going to create a new page. So that is how, again, stack topic differs from planet topic. So take note of that. Now a new page is created. So I am now going to enter the details for intellectual stimulation. So watch. This is going to take a while. Okay, I move on to the next page. I made a small mistake here and I don't want it. I'm going to get rid of it. So I will click on the undo button. So I go back to the previous page, copy the text from there, Control C, come to the next page, Control V, change the font size of font style. Okay, so this looks okay now. So I'm going to go back. Okay, I'm back at the overview or the canvas overview, and now I am going to show the traversal to you. So I click on intellectual stimulation topic and then I zoom in. Now I come to number 8 and then I click on number 9, and then next when I click it's going to be back to parent, that is the canvas overview. So that's about it. I am now going to add subtopics to the topic or to the topics created using Storyblock. So here we are, and remember that we created individualized consideration topic using Storyblock and also inspirational motivation topic using Storyblock. So I'm going to create subtopics on these two. So I would zoom in on individualized consideration topic, and this is what I get. This is a given when I used this Storyblock theme, and I'm going to quickly rearrange these items associated with it, and now I start adding the descriptions for it, for this topic. So yeah, so this is going to take a while. You might want to watch carefully how I change the font size, the font style, and so forth. I don't have to explain anymore because I have already explained that in the previous video. I think this looks good. Now I am going to create another subtopic. So I click on subtopic green button, and here I am given two choices. I can create a subtopic using planet topic style or stack topic style. Let's see. Let me add a planet topic. So that's how it looks, and let me zoom in on it. Okay, now you are quite familiar with planet topic already. Planet topic simply means a subtopic, a style that looks like a planet. That's basically that. So this looks like a planet. And I zoom out again. Let me remove it. And let's try adding stack topic. So that's how it looks. Let me zoom in on that. Okay, so this is how a stack topic looks like. That means it's just rectangular in shape. It's quite different from planet topic. So I go back and I'm going to use this stack topic for this subtopic. So I'm going to change the color and also let me add the title for this subtopic. I'm going to call it individualized consideration. And once done, I zoom in, and yes, this is what I have. I'm going to add some more descriptions of individualized consideration. So this is the text that I would like to insert here. This looks good. So I go back, okay, and again I go back. Now I am at the main canvas outline or canvas overview. I am now ready to create subtopic for inspirational motivation. You will remember that we created inspirational motivation topic using Storyblock as well. So I am going to zoom in on inspirational motivation, and this is what I have. Given the design Storyblock I used, this is what I'm given. I am now going to quickly enter the text. I'm not going to explain in details how I copy paste text. I think I have done that in the previous videos. So watch carefully as I go about adding and editing text. So I think that looks good. I am now going to add subtopic to this. So I click the green button, and then this time I'm going to add planet topic as a subtopic. So watch. Okay, that's how it looks. And I'm going to change the color. Okay, this looks good. Now I zoom in on, oh, before I zoom in, I'm going to change the title of the subtopic to inspirational motivation, and then I zoom in. Now I'm going to add some more text. Okay, I think this is perfect. This time I'm going to add an image on top of a topic icon. For example, idealized influence have an icon, so I'm going to add an image on it. So it gets a little tricky. Watch very carefully. I click on insert icon found at the top of the page, and then I choose icon. The right hand side panel opens up, and then I just scroll down that panel to look for appropriate picture. So I found one here that I quite like. So I'm going to click on that, and then it gets placed on the canvas, overview canvas. So that's basically how an image is taken to the overview canvas. But now I'm going to do something a little more trickier, and that is I'm going to place it on top of idealized influence object. You see what happened? It gets swallowed. Now I'm going to zoom in on that, and you see that? I don't want the image to be here, so I'm going to delete it and try it again. So I again click on the image icon, and then it is placed on the overview canvas, and then again I drag it over to idealized influence. Now I'm going to be very careful. Okay, now almost done. Almost done. I would urge you to do the same. Try it. Okay, I think that looks good now. I am now going to place one more image, and I'm going to search for it. So I type the word bulb. I want to put a small light bulb next to the image over there. So I move down. You see that first of all, you will notice that many of these images are to be paid for. They are not free. You see the lock on it, so that means it's not free. So I'm just going to keep scrolling, looking for a free image, free bulb image. So I keep scrolling. So right at the end, I find two of them. So I just choose one, I click on it, and then it is placed on the overview canvas. Okay, so I'm going to resize it to make it smaller. I'm going to take it to idealized influence image or object, place it right next to that. So I think that looks good. I am now going to do the same for intellectual stimulation topic. I want to put an image of a brain or something like that. So I'm going to scroll down the right hand side panel once again. So I keep scrolling and keep scrolling until I find an image or an icon of a brain. So, and here it is finally. So I choose one of these, I click on it, and then it is placed on the overview canvas once again. And I'm going to drag it over to intellectual stimulation object, and I carefully resize the image and then carefully drag it over to the object. So you will have to do the same. Do it carefully. You will not get it all at once. Do it again and again. Okay, that looks good. Awesome. I am now going to place another image over or on inspirational motivation. So I scroll down the right hand side panel and I keep scrolling. I'm looking for some kind of a chart. Let's see if I can find one. Okay, I found one here. I like that. So I click on it. It is placed on the overview canvas. Drag it over to inspirational motivation. You see that? What happened? It is, again, if you're not careful, it gets swallowed. So I zoom in and there it is. So I'm going to delete that and then try it again. So again, it's happening. And do it again. Okay, let's hope I get it right this time. Carefully drag it over to inspirational motivation topic object. Slowly, carefully resize it, and then there it is. So now my presentation is stunning. I am now going to quickly demonstrate how I would add a zoom area on a canvas. So this might not make a lot of sense right now, but I'm going to show it to you now. Look to the left hand side panel and it shows the traversal of my presentation, or in other words, we can say that it shows the sequence of action of this presentation. So let us quickly look at it. At the top you have one, that is the overview of the canvas, and the next is idealized influence, and it has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then next we have intellectual stimulation, and it contains number 8, 9, and 10. Next, individualized consideration. It contains 11, 12, 13, 14. And lastly, we have inspirational motivation with 15, 16, 17, 18, 18. Okay, so let us quickly go through the traversal. So I click on overview. Okay, next, in idealized influence, so it will be 2 to 7. Okay, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is back to parent or back to the main overview. Okay, now next is intellectual stimulation. I click on that. So 8, 9, 10 back to parent. Okay, next is individualized consideration. That is 11, 12, 13 back to parent, and then again back to parent. Okay, now the last one, inspirational motivation. That is 15 to 18. So I click on it. 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, now I want to zoom in on the top left-hand side corner of the screen, that is the 4 eyes of transformational leadership. So I'm going to do something here. I click on the green button again and then I choose zoom area. Okay, now a text box, a box shows up or appears on the overview, the canvas overview, and then I'm going to move that. Okay, so this is where the zoom area will be. So that shows this will be path number 19. Okay, you can see on the screen. Idealized influence have 2 to 7, intellectual stimulation is 8 to 10, and individualized consideration is 11 to 14, inspirational motivation is 15 to 18, and then the 4 eyes of transformational leadership, that zoom area becomes number 19. With this new addition in mind, let us go through the traversal, the entire presentation traversal once again. So first, we have number 1, the overview. Click on that, and then next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and next we have intellectual stimulation 8 to 10, 8, 9, 10, and then next we have individualized consideration 11 to 14. So click on it. 11, 12, 13, and then 14 back to the canvas overview. Now next we have inspirational motivation. That will be 15 to 18. Click on it. 15, 16, 17, 18. Now the last one will be the 4 eyes of transformational leadership, that is number 19. That is how our presentation will be. I want to quickly demonstrate how to change the path settings or the traversal of a presentation. Let us quickly look at the left-hand side panel. Right at the top, we have the canvas overview, which is marked as number 1. And then next, it is 2 to 7, that is idealized influence. And next, we have intellectual stimulation, which is 8 to 10. Next, we have individualized consideration, which is 11 to 14. Next, we have inspirational motivation, which is 15 to 18. Next, we have the zoom area, that is the 4 I's of transformational leadership, number 19. The paths that I have shown just now or explained just now can also be seen on the screen right here. Here. Okay. Now you see that idealized influence is 2 to 7. You can see that. And then intellectual stimulation is 8 to 10. And then individualized consideration is 11 to 14. And then inspirational motivation is 15 to 18. And then the 4 I's of transformational leadership, the zoom area is number 19. Moving on to the left-hand side panel, I'm going to move down and then click on number 19. Hold on to the mouse and then drag it. Drag it to the top. Okay, now before I release the mouse, I want you to look at the numbering. Now it is still number 19. Release the mouse. Now it is number 2. Okay? I am now going to click on Overview. Okay? Next, I'm going to click on number 2. Let's see where is number 2. Okay, you see that? It has now zoomed in. So now I'm going to go down again, and then this time I'm going to click on inspirational motivation and then drag it to the top. Or yeah, I'm going to make it number 3. Okay, watch. Release the mouse. Okay, 3 to 6. Moving down again, and I choose individualized consideration, click on it and then drag it to the top. Okay, so watch the numbering system change. Release the mouse. Now it is now 7 to 10. Next. Okay, intellectual stimulation. Okay, now it's going to change again. It's going to become 11 to 13. And idealized influence is now the last, 14 to 19. Okay, you can also see the changes, the path setting on the canvas itself.